Okay, Bismillah. Okay, folks, welcome back to my class here. We're looking at oops, I don't know what it's doing here. We are looking at a question here. It says an octagon has 6 angles of 145 degrees each. An octagon in reality has how many sides? 8. But it's talking about 6 first. 6 of them are 145 each. If its other 2 angles are equal, find their size. So first of all, let's start off with the formula. Let's have Mr. Fahmi. The formula for the internal angle sum of any polygon is
n take away 2 times by 180.
n take away 2 times by.
180.
Now, have you realized we haven't been using divide by n in any of these questions recently?
Yeah.
And the reason for that is because these polygons are irregular. You only divide it by n when you're dealing with a regular situation. Okay, so we're not doing any dividing by n at the moment. So this is the key master formula. Now let's have a look at the key things here. It mentions here that it's an octagon. So an octagon is a 8-sided shape. So the n is equal to 8. It also mentions that we have 6 equal angles. And then it also mentions here that there are 2 other equal angles. And we don't know what they are. So let's work this one out for the moment. Let's get the 8 and put it into here. So we have 8 minus 2 times by 180, which is 6 times by 180, which is like saying 6 times by 100 and 6 times by 80.
1080.
So that gives you a total of
1080.
Okay, so we now know this. We don't need to have the octagon drawn for us. This is like a verbal or a written question. So we know an octagon means 8 sides. We put that in there. Let's look at the next part of the question now. Now we're going to form the equation. So we know there are 6 angles of 145 each. So we write that down as 6 times by 145. So that's one set of information that we know. And plus, and there are 2 more angles. What are they? Do you know what they are? So should we just call them x?
Yes.
And there's 2 more angles which are equal, so 2 lots of x, and which all together will give us the total of then 1080. So the 6 angles that we know, which is over here, and the 2 angles that we don't know, together all of that adds up to what? 1080. Lovely. Let's start working things out. So we have 6 times by 145. So Mr. Fahmi, or let's have Halima. Have you worked that out for me, please?
870.
870. Okay, somebody else confirm that for me, please. Come on.
870.
Thank you. Now, let's have Fatima. Fatima, we need to now, so we've done some bit of multiplying, simplifying. We need to now solve for x. So I need to work out what x is. So what do we do first before we start moving stuff? We need to identify the actions. So time by 2 is the first action. Okay, and this one is the second action. It's over here. Second action. And I'm not using. So now let's get back. So we said we're going to work out x. So Fatima, you said the first thing that's been done to the x is what? Described to me. It's been multiplied
by 2.
And then second thing that's been done to it is? It's been added by 8. Okay, so there's 2 things that happen to the x. Now, Ruqayya, which action do I move first, Ruqayya? You always move the second action first. Opposite add 870, you always go in reverse order of. So opposite add 870 is? Okay, let's have Ruqayya. What is that?
210.
Okay, Yusuf, can you confirm that?
210 is 210.
Okay. That gives you 210. So 2x will give you 210. Now, what is left to do? Let's have Halima.
You have to divide it by 2.
So opposite time by 2 is? Divide by 2. Lovely. So x is equal to 210 divided by 2. That'll give you an answer of 105. Okay. So each of the remaining angles is equal to 105 each. So whether they give you a diagram, they don't give you a diagram, you need to decipher the diagram and get the information down. Now that's enough of me now, so I'm going to give you some time now to practice some of these questions. So that's the end of the video sessions hopefully for today.